God of War, Complete Magic. God of War is a hack-and-slash action-adventure game that both continues the story of Kratos as well as begins the series again. Is it necessary that you've played the other games to understand what's going on? No, but there are plenty of moments here for the fans that have. This is a completely different experience than what you're used to from God of War, while at the same time feels like it fits in the series perfectly. Everything is much more pulled in, feeling more like a Naughty Dog take on the series. Tons of Uncharted vibes here. The puzzles are fast and simple to go through. You don't feel like you're running through a labyrinth of puzzles like the past games. Instead, you're on a linear journey with your son Atreus to take the ashes of your wife and his mother to the highest mountain in this land of Norse gods. As Kratos has left Olympus and his days as the God of War behind to live the normal life as a man. I for one have been a fan of Kratos as a character in his story since the first game. I know I'm in the minority here, but the story here is even better as Kratos feels vulnerable in his old age, and it doesn't feel like you're chasing a ghost. The struggle is next to you the whole time. Your son is changing, he's growing, and he doesn't know he's a god. And that's where the magic of this game's storytelling comes in. If you've played the past games, you're on the same page as Kratos and you know all of his secrets. But if you haven't, you're in the same boat as the boy, uncovering them as the game goes on. So having played or not, the storytelling is a win-win situation. You either have Kratos' perspective or you have the perspective of the son. There's tons of moral dilemma touched throughout your journey, constant dialogue through this nearly 20-hour campaign. You care for both of these characters quickly as well as their fate, but you're not the only one that knows the secret. You're being hunted by Norse gods. The journey to the highest mountain is magical, but not one without struggle or conflict. The game starts with you having the Leviathan axe that once belonged to your wife. And this axe is one of the coolest weapons in video game history. You can use it close range, pulling off combos of light and heavy attacks. You can equip different attacks that run off a cooldown that you find off of enemies in the chest, but the thing that makes it so awesome is that it doubles as a ranged weapon. You can throw it at enemies, fight barehanded and call it back to you anytime you'd like as it damages every enemy in between the two of you on the way back. Enemy variety here though is pretty weak, especially compared to the past games. I'm sorry, but they feel generic. Combat can be crazy with the different weapon combos and help from the boy as he can shoot arrows to stun damage and distract enemies. But the combat magic was just missing for me. I usually look forward to combat in God of War games, saving up the experience to unlock new moves, but here is my least favorite part. Surprisingly though, combat is actually pretty rare, bringing me back to the Uncharted statement from earlier. This game focuses heavily on exploration and level traversing, uncovering secrets, finding chests for materials to craft new armor sets and upgrade them, finding new runes to put into sockets to boost your stats. However, because the focus is so exploration heavy, I feel it's a massive mistake to put in chests in secret areas you have to progress the game first to come back for. It's a cheap way to extend playtime. The campaign is long enough and it's unnecessary. After my first chest I couldn't unlock, it actually killed my urge to want to explore, which is a shame, because the secrets are so fun to find. And this game is full of secrets and optional areas. And I don't just mean little caverns tucked away. There are full-on mini levels and side quests for you to find that if you stick to just the main story you would never know about. God of War isn't without its problems. Combat feels a bit chory, and I hate locked off chests in games period. But those problems are small in the grand scheme of things. These 20 hours fly by. There's an impossible amount of attention to detail in the writing and the dialogue in the world. So much to search for and discover. The amount of heart put into this game is beautiful. The gameplay is constantly being switched up. You never know what the game is going to throw at you around the next corner. As a God of War fan, I can happily say this game is brilliant. This is the best game in the series. It's not a masterpiece, but it's pretty darn close. I give God of War a 9.5 out of 10. If you played God of War, tell me what you thought about it down in the comment section below. If you haven't played it, tell me if you plan on picking it up. Thumbs up. If you liked the video, subscribe if you're new to the channel. And thanks for watching.
You were right. Say, you must be smart or something, boy. You're a boy, aren't you? Ha!
Does she have a name?
I don't know. Rude bastard ain't ever asked mine, so I ain't ever asked hers.
If you like this video, please consider supporting me on Patreon so that I can continue to bring you reviews for all the newest games at patreon.com/superkengaming. You'll get access to early audio and video versions of reviews, exclusive Let's Play videos, and you'll even get to choose the game I play next. Thanks for watching, and of course, stay beautiful.